everyone! Today we will explain about bank reconciliation. Before going to the material, let's get to know our group member.
Hello, my name is Ediatma Triscici Amalia and my student number is 2309022028.
Hello, my name is Isnaini Octavia. My student number is 2309122064.
Hello guys, my name is Kansa Moralian. My student number is 230912200157. What is bank reconciliation? Bank reconciliation is the process of matching company balance data with information records related to banking statement. This reconciliation is also a verification of the balance between what is stated in the ledger and what is contained in the bank statement. Purpose of bank reconciliation: 1. Helps companies detect fraud or money manipulation. The existence of bank reconciliation in the form of matching cash record help companies find out whether there are acts of money manipulation or fraud committed during cash recording. 2. Supervise cash recording. The existence of bank reconciliation also help companies monitor cash records so that they are in accordance with the objective and desires of the company, so that it can confirm whether the cash records are appropriate and made carefully or not. 3. Avoiding cash recording errors. The existence of bank reconciliation can minimize error during cash recording that may be made, so that if later there is a mistake in recording cash, the company can immediately find out and correct the location of the error. 4. Avoiding unexpected expenses or costs. Bank reconciliation can minimize expenses or unexpected costs that may be incurred by the company, as well as knowing that the management of fund is correct or even exceed the limit, so that later there will be further efforts or action from the company to overcome this problem.
Component of bank reconciliation. 1. Deposit in transit. This component means when cash or check have been received and recorded by the company but in fact have not been recorded by the bank. If this happens, usually the deposit will not appear on the bank financial statement. With problem like that, the case can be included in the bank reconciliation. Deposit in transit also applies if the company has sent funds but the status is still pending from the bank. 2. Outstanding check. This component is a check that has not yet been disbursed but has been recorded by the company. This usually happens because the disbursement process has not been complete. That way, the data will not appear in the bank financial report. 3. Non-sufficient fund check. As the name suggests, this component is a check that is not accepted by the bank because the balance is insufficient or non-sufficient. If there is this case, the bank will issue a debit note with the dishonor or dishonest amount. After that, the balance in the company account will be reduced. Likewise, if the company wants to process this check, then they are obliged to pay this processing fee. Cause of bank reconciliation. 1. Bank income and expenses. Bank charges can also be cause of reconciliation. Expenses can be in the form of administration fees, check writing, service fees, or other fees which are included in the bank expenses. Bank interest income that has not been included in the company record is also part of the bank expenses. 2. Notes receivable. Notes receivable are client debts based on a letter of agreement as well as collateral as binding for the loan period. because the loan funds are sent via the bank. This transaction can also be one of the causes of reconciliation. Generally, notes receivable are met with an agreement period of no more than 1 year. 3. Bank credit. Reconciliation can also be caused by bank credit. The credit in question can be in the form of deposit or collection from the bank. This transaction can only be identified when the customer obtains a checking account. 4. Error in recording. The next cause of reconciliation is an error when recording, both error from the bank and the company.
Bank reconciliation steps. 1. In the company's ledger and the bank statement, companies that register a current account at a bank. At the end of each month, of course, get a report in the form of a bank statement from the bank concerned. The account contains various company transactions such as checks, deposits, service fees, and other company items, as well as the company's cash balance stored in the bank. This bank statement can be used to compare the records in it with the record made in the ledger by the company. It is a comparison process. It is highly unlikely that the company's ending balance and the bank ending balance will be the same. This is due to several factors such as recording error made by either the bank or the company. There must be several possible payments, deposits, bank service fees, penalties, and other transactions that have not been recorded. 2. Record transactions made by the bank. Listed transactions made by the bank are transactions that are automatic and easy to track by referring to the bank statement. These transactions are usually in the form of bank service fees and interest income from bank account. One of the ways of bank reconciliation procedure is to record this transaction first into the company's ledger and then proceed to the next step. 3. Trace transactions that are still in process. As explained in the first procedure, it is very unlikely that the company's final balance and the bank final balance are at the same nominal value. This is due to recording errors from both the company and the bank. It can be in the form of deposits in transit or outstanding checks. Therefore, it is necessary to conduct a search which is continued by contacting the parties related to the transaction. 4. Create a bank reconciliation worksheet and calculate the difference. The next step is to create a bank reconciliation worksheet. This worksheet will later be used as a place to calculate all transactions that have been recorded. After the calculation, the actual difference between the balance in the bank account and the balance recorded in the company's ledger will be found. If there is no nominal balance difference, then the bank reconciliation process has been completed. However, if there is still a difference between the two, it is necessary to proceed to the next stage. 5. Tracking and rechecking. This stage is carried out if there is a nominal difference between the balance in the company ledger and the bank account. At this stage, tracking and rechecking the cause of the problem is carried out. If the nominal difference is less than 1 million, it is likely that error occurred when entering number in the recording made by the accountant. However, if the value of the difference is more than 1 million, it is possible that there is a transaction recording that has not been inputted, or there is a transaction journal recording that is done twice, or that is transaction cancellation and a reversing journal recording.
That's all the material about bank reconciliation. Thanks for watching. See you!